Starbucks is going to have some competition. Interesting.
Big time. Yes, this is very interesting. And it also speaks to the trend that America comes up with interesting innovations and then other countries find ways to bring out lower priced imitations. Coffee is no exception to this. Luckin Coffee is China's answer to Starbucks. After Starbucks arrived in China, Luckin Coffee debuted in 2017 as a lower priced alternative to the fast growing Starbucks brand. Luckin focuses on younger people, mostly with its takeout service and cashless payments. The coffee drinks at Luckin are typically priced about 30% less than Starbucks. And now Luckin is trying to beat us at our own game. Today, the first 2 Luckins in the United States opened in New York. If they gain traction, and I don't see why they won't, this is a country that likes a good cup of joe, then we can expect Luckin to expand to other cities nationwide.
Several months later.
It's so easy getting your Starbucks fix tomorrow. The coffee chain is closing hundreds of its stores nationwide, many of them right here in the Southland. Struggling with coffee competition and inflation, Starbucks now is running out of steam, you might say, and laying off hundreds of workers.
Well, friends, I'm here to share that I found out today that I am no longer employed by the Starbucks Coffee Company. I don't know how many of you on here ever knew that that was my employer, but I was impacted by this round of layoffs, and I've decided, because why not, I'm gonna document the journey. So if you haven't met me, I'm Sadie, millennial mom to teenagers and a now 5-year-old who had a full-time corporate career and is still a college student. Like, not wanting to look at the camera when I talk about it because it's so hard. The people that you hold on. There was nothing like the collective experience as people, as Starbucks partners, and having to have that taken away, that connection, that's what's hard, I think. Today, I'm on day 2, guys, but I loved being a Starbucks partner, and I loved the relationships I had with other Starbucks partners. It was the best part, so that's what makes this just hard.
And here's the reality check that a lot of people didn't see coming. While Starbucks has been the giant, handing out pink slips to smaller competitors, now it's their workers flooding TikTok with stories of losing jobs overnight. And the ripple effect is all over the timeline.
I'm a Starbucks worker. I've been with this company for 3 years now. This job pays my rent, my utilities, my groceries. This is my full-time job. I don't go to school. I don't do anything else. This is the only job that I have. Today is maybe my last shift with the company because yesterday we all come into work and we're told that our store is closing.
Yeah, what a sad story this is, you guys. Cher and Rick, I have to admit, I'm a total Starbucks junkie. I often visit locations near our TV station right here in Hollywood along Sunset Boulevard.
No, not a Starbucks junkie. What they putting in them drinks to have y'all strung out like that?
But now just about all of them will be closing in a matter of hours, days, including this one right behind me. Actually, hundreds will be closing across North America. People have routines, comfort zones, and that's a good thing. For many of us, visiting Starbucks is a habit, and with locations just about everywhere you look, feeding that habit is typically an easy task. Not anymore. The legendary Seattle-based coffee company announced Thursday it's closing about 400 stores in North America before the end of September. With online information sharing, an estimated 69 locations in Southern California alone will be shutting down their brewing and frothing machines permanently.
And this is exactly why people are furious. It came out of nowhere, especially for the workers. Everybody was just told days ago your store is shutting down in 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. And that right there was the max, because a lot of them closed the same day or the next day. And there's no way corporate just woke up and suddenly decided this. They knew ahead of time. They just kept it quiet until the last minute. No courtesy, no nothing. All I'm wondering is what happened to the 2 weeks notice? Or is that only expected of employees to protect these companies? Now you see the businesses cutting corners, leaving its own people behind and in a bind. We're talking about 400 stores closing.
It's all part of a restructuring plan amid growing competition, inflation, and changing consumer tastes and communities. Bill Wyatt's been coming to this Starbucks in Los Feliz for nearly a quarter century.
We've grown old here, and now it's sort of like our senior citizen hangout. It's absurd. It's the timing of not having any notice. It's devastating because it's a part of our routines.
Bill Wyatt went so far as to launch a Save Our Starbucks campaign online, although it's too little, too late.
Most importantly, it's the employees that are, I think, hurt.
I just read in the New York Times that they're restructuring and supposedly doing better, supposed to be more welcoming, be part of the community, and now they're just ripping out like a place where people go.
I was devastated because it wasn't for the coffee, it was for all the good memories and all the people we met inside.
Are you upset that this Starbucks is closing?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Stores that have been landmarks in Hollywood for decades are now posting farewell notices. Employees did not want to talk on camera, but tell KTLA they received no forewarning of the bombshell announcement Thursday that their stores would be closing over the weekend and their futures with the cultural staple would be uncertain. Some will be transferred to other locations, others will be let go.
Stores closing this weekend actually make up just a small percentage of all of Starbucks stores. The chain has more than 32,000 locations worldwide. Live in Hollywood, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Do you guys want to know the most f***ed up part about the second round of Starbucks layoffs? Is that not only are they laying off corporate employees, but they are letting go so many store partners or store employees that work at the stores that they're planning on closing. And I don't know if they're all closing at once, but what I do know is that there is a Seattle Roastery on Capitol Hill, and then underneath the Starbucks headquarter building is the Starbucks Reserve. It's like a sister store to the Roastery, essentially. But I know that last night they had the Roastery employees close early because they were doing maintenance on the building. When in reality, they were planning on closing the store, so the people who were doing their opening shift this morning got to work to boarded up windows and a little note on the front that said something about, "We regret to inform you we will be closing as of today." Didn't give their employees any notice. Can you imagine waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, dragging your ass to work and not knowing what the is going on? You're just standing there with no communication at 4:30 in the morning on Capitol Hill. It doesn't get much lower than that, guys.
Yeah, employees showed up at 4 a.m., ready to work, only to find a sign on the door. No warning, no heads up, just shut down overnight.
Grand Rising. So, I am one of the 900 employees that has gotten laid off at Starbucks. I've been a barista shift supervisor for 10 years. So today is my last day serving my customers. Tomorrow is my last day seeing my team. I don't even know how to feel about it. My emotions are all over the place. I'm still feeling a little numb to it. I'm like, one of those people that I have to, the last day has to happen for me. So, it's just bittersweet. I've been with the company for 10 years. Everybody that I'm about to say goodbye to, I've worked with for at least 6 years or more. The less being 1 year. So this is like my second home, and it's really like heartbreaking because this is not a typical release. This is like really happening because it's a big deal. It's a broader scale for Starbucks. 400 stores closed, 900 workers laid off. Starbucks has 32,000 Starbucks. So this is tough for me. So I'm going in here today to work my last day.
Today is maybe my last shift with the company because yesterday we all come into work and we're told that our store is closing tomorrow. So essentially we were given 2 days notice. Sunday we find out if we're getting separated or relocated to a different location. There are multiple problems with this, and the average person can't really see the bigger picture with this because you're not a Starbucks worker and you don't really know what that means. I live in Los Angeles and I know of at least 3 or 4 locations within a 2-mile radius that are closing. That in itself is 60 people losing their jobs. That's 60 people that they need to transfer to other stores. Obviously, we don't have enough stores to fit all those people, especially with 13 stores in a 9-mile radius in Los Angeles being closed. I would be surprised if even half of us kept our jobs. We'll be moved to stores that don't align with our schedules. A lot of Starbucks workers are in school. If you have a tighter availability, your chances of getting transferred are lower. If you're a barista, for example, it is rare to find a location that gives you full-time work. I've been at 3 different Starbucks locations. This is the only location I've ever had that would give me full-time. Every other location I've had to fight for hours. Starbucks does not give out full-time work very often. Everyone at my store is a full-time worker. Everyone here that gets transferred is probably going to have a difficult time retaining their hours. We're just not going to be able to pay our bills for a while. They haven't given us any information to do with a severance package. We have no idea what it's going to look like, if it's going to be decent in any way. When we were told, we were given a script. There was no reassurances. We were basically just told there's no guarantee that you're going to keep your job. We're not telling you anything about the severance package. You just need to hope and pray that Sunday you find out you're not fired. And in their speech, they made sure to tell us to finish the day strong and take care of our customers and comfort our customers when they find out that we're closing. I interpreted it as basically a you to every single one of us. Some of us who have been with this company for 2 decades. Frankly, this is legal in the United States. We have at-will employment. This is perfectly legal for them to do. Just because it's legal does not mean it's moral. Any job can just throw you out with no warning, no severance, nothing. And now you can't pay your rent that month. Now you can't eat because, let's face it, most of the people in this country, especially in this type of work, live paycheck to paycheck. I know that everybody here does, at least. This just shows you that they do not care about you. Corporations do not care about you. You are ants to them. You mean nothing. They will squash you given any opportunity. Every single corporation, Starbucks included, is like a cult. They act like they care about you, but they don't. So why should you care about them? If you are an ununionized worker in the United States, you are not safe. There is nothing protecting you. There's nothing protecting your livelihood. You can get screwed over at any moment, just like thousands of Starbucks employees got screwed over yesterday. What's scary to me is usually corporations pretend to care about you, but they're not even pretending to care. They're just blatantly telling everybody how little they think of us. So it's a little concerning that they won't even pretend anymore.
And it's not just the U.S. workers. The Canadian workers are feeling it too. Yeah, the Canadians are jumping online telling everybody to boycott Starbucks because they had bills to pay and Starbucks didn't tell anybody they wouldn't have a job.
Hi, I'm a Starbucks employee in downtown Toronto and I just received a call from my manager that our entire team is fired. We are a high traffic store. We had almost 100% customer satisfaction rate. Why are we fired? We asked, could we be relocated in any other store? Because most of us were full-time. All of us have rent to pay. Some of us are parents. We have kids to care about. There was absolutely no signs of closure. Right now it is September 25th. Last day of operation is September 27th. For such a huge company, this is unacceptable. There will be a union formed and we will fight back. What the fuck? The entire idea of Starbucks, we care about the quality of our coffee, we care about the planet, we care about our partners. No, you don't. No, you don't. What the I ask everybody on social media to ban Starbucks. Do not go to Starbucks. Some poor Tim Hortons never, never, never treat with respect company that doesn't care about its workers. If Starbucks thinks that it's just gonna fly away like this, that they can fire an entire store with people with rent, who are parents, who have to take care of themselves, this is unacceptable. This is not reasonable, and this is just a shame for a company that big, worldwide company. Shame on Starbucks. Shame.
She's super mad, and I understand because a lot of working people don't even have savings to cover them for a random $500 emergency. So finding out you won't have your full-time job overnight is definitely going to present some hardship. But girl, if you don't get up off TikTok and save some of that energy to start applying for jobs, because listen, the bills are still due. That's life. Yeah, those bills are coming whether or not you have a job. And I don't think anybody is going to ban or boycott Starbucks. For the location still open, about 30,000 of them, their customers will still line up for those high-end $11 drinks that you can make at home for less than $1. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. If you made it to this part of the video, go ahead and give me a coffee emoji in the comments. Now, I think there's still a disconnect between everyday people and those living in a different reality. I'm talking about the rich influencers like Jada Waiter, who recently went viral after saying she could never juggle getting her kid ready for school in the morning and be expected to get ready for a 9 to 5. If you missed that breakdown, you want to check it out right now. That video is coming up on the screen next.